Rivian's latest developments and partnerships have made Wall Street optimistic about the company. So keep watching as we talk about recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. Firstly, Rivian and Mercedes are coming together to create commercial EV vans and other vehicles in Europe. This will give Rivian the exact boost that it needed to make its mark in the EV industry, where both Rivian and Mercedes will share the cost to run one of Mercedes' manufacturing units with an aim to rapidly grow their EV van output, and this is beneficial for Rivian as it will allow them to cut costs and hopefully sort out supply chain issues as well. This will lift off a significant portion of Rivian's setbacks and reduce their net losses, and in a few years, Rivian might become a top player in Europe's EV market. So finally, investors can see a light of hope after a bad year for the stock as it fell from $170 to about $30 with its net losses widening. With all that in mind, let's jump straight into the chart analysis. So as you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1-day chart for Rivian, and first we'll analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and to end it off, we'll get into the 5-minute chart as always. So right away, you guys can see that somewhere around here was when the Mercedes partnership was announced, and the stock has been going on and on since then. But if we look at, I guess, the yearly picture, we can see that we're in kind of a bull run, right? Ever since May, we did touch our bottom over here at, right? Ever since then, we're kind of making higher highs and higher lows as well. But over here, as you guys can see, we did get resisted around this level of, I'd say, $40.5 and $41. As you guys can see, $40.6 and $41. After that, we did go down, but as you guys can see, I believe that if we have to continue this trend, we'll probably go down all the way until the $32 range, and after that we might take up a reversal. That would probably be in the month of September itself, and after that we might break this and make a higher high, like we're making higher highs as you guys can see since a long time. If you ask me if the stock can touch these levels again of $170 and whatnot, I personally don't think so, but of course, it's possible if the company goes, really kaboom and it's like really strong. But as per the current financials and fundamentals, I don't believe that this stock can surpass a price of about $50 or $60. And that is exactly why my year-end price target for Rivian would probably come close to somewhere around $45, I guess. And there are a few reasons behind that. As you guys can see, we are making a bullish trend, but the way we are making it is kinda, I'd say, slow. As you guys can see, we went up, came back down, and we went into the second range, right? So that's range 1, range 2, and again range 1, right? And now analyze this pattern carefully. Now, as you guys can see, we did get a major run, so we are now in range 1 over here, range 2, and I believe that we'll get back into range 1 somewhere around $32, and after that, if we go up again and continue the trend, we'll get somewhere around $43, right? And after that, again, we'll get a pullback to, I guess, the $35 range. Once we're there, again, we'll go up somewhere around the same $44, $45 resistance, come back again, make a point 2, go up again, come down and make a point 1 again before we go on again. That can be changed if the earnings report comes out positive, but until then, I don't believe that the stock can surpass a price of $45 by the end of this year. If we talk about the 1-year price target, I believe that around $50 or $52 should be a good target for 1 year, and that would still not be bad returns, right? It's somewhere around, let me get the scale real quick. It's about 35% returns, and that's pretty good. But now to analyze the chart for swing trades, let's get into the 1-hour chart. As you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1-hour chart, and first we'll quickly mark some important support and resistance levels like we always do. So the first support, I can see it over here around $37.85, I would say, and we're currently being supported by that level pretty much, and the resistance would be somewhere around here. As you guys can see, we made somewhat of a triple top. Well, not exactly a triple top, but somewhat of a double top around the $39.5 range. Again, as you guys can see, we did get supported by that range over here as well. And now, as you guys can see, on 19th September, we are currently in a bearish state. As I already told you guys that we'd need a pullback all the way down to the $32 levels in order to go up again. But since I believe that there's not much to analyze in the 1-hour chart, let's get into the 5-minute chart and analyze some candlestick patterns. Now, as you guys can see, we're in the 5-minute chart, and right off the bat, I want to show you guys a support level that we broke over here. As you guys can see, we were being supported by the $39.2 range for a long time, right? One, two, three, four, five, pretty much like 5 or 6 candles, and we broke that, and it continued in the pre-market and the post-market as well. And after that, as you guys can see, we kept that trend running and we went down even further, opening in a gap down. And after that, if we look closely at the candles, we can see that there was some buying pressure in the initial candles, but then the buyers pretty much gave up by the time of, I'd say, like 9 or 9:45. After that, we did get some accumulation over here on the $37.86 zone. After that, as you guys can see, we were getting some, I'd say, hammer candles. Over here, we got kind of a pin bar candle, or rather, more of an insider candle, after which, as you guys can see, we got a big red candle. That's a bearish candle. But now, as you guys can see, we're being resisted around this level at $38.15, which is rather a unique range. And now, as you guys can see, we are on our path to break the $37.9 range, the $37.86 resistance, or rather support, as we discussed before. And once we break that, we'll be set for the pullback. And don't worry about it that much. It would be beneficial, or rather necessary, for the stock's long-term growth. If we were to zoom out a bit and look at the bigger picture, we can clearly see that, as you guys can see, we did get back to these ranges over here. We did not hit this low over here yet that we made after a gap down, right? Let me mark that as well. 36.86, $36.9, right? So as long as we stay above that, we should be good for the next few days. But I do believe that we will break below that range in the coming days, right? Like by the end of the month of September. So now to summarize the analysis, I believe that Rivian might be a good buy in the long range, but I'll first wait for a pullback into the 34, 35, like anything below $34 is good for me, right? So once it gets below the $34 level, I'll consider buying the stock, right? I'll load up on some stock, and once it goes down again, DCA, buy some more, right? And it will eventually rise. I'd probably sell it with a price target of $40, or rather 39, the current levels, and that would be a good swing trade, right? So 34.15 to this would be 20%, and I would probably keep $30 as a support, or rather as a stop loss. Why am I calling it a support? So 29.88, 29.9, because I probably wouldn't consider keeping the exact $30 level as a support, or rather as a stop loss. But then again, I could be wrong, so remember that this is not financial advice, it's just my own opinion. Make sure that you do your own research before you trade. If you enjoyed my analysis, however, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit the dislike button. Subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for more such videos, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.